right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
We start tonight at 10 with breaking news. Right now, police on the scene of a shooting in Webster Groves. Good evening, I'm Mike Bush.
And I am Kelly Jackson. Multiple police cars have responded to the area of Ivory Crockett Park. That is in a quiet neighborhood between South Brentwood Boulevard and Rock Hill Road. Annie Crawls live at the scene. What have you learned from police, Annie?
Very much so. This is a quiet area, and I'm right by that Ivory Crockett Park. Right now I'm on Bell Avenue, and there are just residents around us. We have reached out to police, tried to talk to them, and so far the only information that we have confirmed is that there was a shooting. Now I'll step out of the way just so you can see what the scene looks like right now. So far there are about 3, 4, 5 police cars still out here as of now. We arrived on the scene just around 9 o'clock. The shooting potentially happened a little bit closer to 8 o'clock. We were told by police that they've blocked off part of Bell Avenue because there is blood in the road. So that Bell Avenue that we are right now is partially blocked off as of 10 o'clock right now. And we will continue to keep you updated on air and online as we learn more from police, of course, trying to hear from Webster Groves about what exactly happened tonight. Reporting live in Webster Groves, Annie Crawl, 5 on Your Side.
Be sure to stay with 5 on Your Side for the latest on this breaking story. We'll bring you any updates overnight on KSDK.com and on the 5 on Your Side app and 5+ streaming app.
I was scared. Why did they do that? Why?
I was really scared and I was really sad.
Heartbreaking reaction tonight from the young survivors of a deadly school shooting in Madison, Wisconsin. Tonight, we're learning more about that tragic shooting in the final week before Christmas break that left a student and a teacher dead, as well as the shooter, a 15-year-old girl who attended the Christian school.
Within the hour, we learned it was a second grader who called 911. NBC's Shaquille Brewster spoke with people in the community dealing with the aftermath.
Tonight, heartbreak hits the Midwest after a shooting at Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin.
We know that 3 people are dead, including the suspect shooter. We know that the suspect shooter was a teenage student who attended the school.
A teacher and teenage student were killed in the shooting.
Everybody can come in, all EMS can come in, shooter is down.
Police are not releasing the shooter's age or gender, but say they injured 6 others. They say the scene was confined to one space in the small private school, which houses kindergarten through 12th grade.
2 students are now in critical condition in the hospital, and these injuries are considered life-threatening injuries.
Police crediting a team of medics who were conducting a training exercise nearby for rushing in to aid the response. Neighbors witnessed the scramble.
I saw groups of kids coming out of the school in groups into the church sanctuary, probably as they were in lockdown, and clearing the building and slowly taking out the kids bit by bit by bit.
According to an NBC News tally, this is the 4th active shooting in an American school this year. Police say a handgun was used, but say they don't yet have details of a possible motive. The police chief says the shooter's family is cooperating. The White House says federal officials have offered support to local authorities to aid with the investigation. Last year, a shooting at a Christian school in Nashville left 6 people dead. The shooter, a former student, was shot dead at the scene. Tonight, parents in Wisconsin left shaken as another community is again left in mourning.
This is not okay. If your kids are at school, they are not okay. If they are at church, they are not okay. If they are outside, elsewhere, they are not okay. Where are they going to be safe?
Right now, police say evidence suggests the shooter died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. An official cause of death has not been released.
Now to our weather impact forecast. After mid-60s in mid-December, a chill is returning to St. Louis.
Chief Meteorologist Scott Conlow is here to tell us how cold it will get overnight. Scott.
You know, it's certainly nothing extreme as we see the cold air kind of filtering back in. Really, it's just cooler air, and it'll be increasingly so as we head through the week. So this first wave of cooler air that's filtering in now is really not that drastic. You'll notice a difference tomorrow by about 10 degrees or so, and then you'll notice another difference as we head towards Friday. By Wednesday and Thursday by about another 10 degrees. Right now, we're still in the low 40s around St. Louis. That's as cool as we've been all day long. Our morning low was 55. In fact, today's high, well, 67 degrees. Looks like it's only been two other times where temperatures were that warm or warmer on this state. That's a look over at the Enterprise tonight. The cooler air filtering in now. By tomorrow morning out the door, we're down into the 30s, but the winds do become fairly light late tonight and early tomorrow morning, so the wind chills won't be too far off the temperature. By the way, our average low this time of year, 28, so we're still above average. We'll tell you when it really cools off in a few minutes.
Tonight, a family is without a home after a massive fire on Lake Serene near Pacific. Their home burned to the ground last night.
A neighbor's home also caught fire and is now unlivable. New at 10, 5 on your side's Laura Barcheski talked with the family, who is just devastated. Laura.
Mike and Kelly, the Metcalf family lost everything, including 3 dogs. One, they were dog sitting for a family member, and now the community is doing everything they can to help.
It was your average Sunday for Rick and Tina Metcalf. They were at their grandson's birthday party in Illinois and got back home to Lake Serene around 7.
As I rounded the corner, I could see the flames shooting. I looked at the wife and said, "That ain't our house." And it was our house.
Immediately, they tried to save what they could from their fiery home.
I ran into the basement to save our dogs. The fire and the smoke just blew me right to the floor, and I couldn't move, and it was so hot I couldn't do nothing but get out while I was screaming for my dogs.
Their dogs didn't make it, and while the firefighters worked to put out the flames, all the Metcalfs could do is watch their hard work, their livelihood, burn to the ground in just a few hours.
Utter terror. I'm a strong man, and I'm a proud man. I don't ask for help often, and lost. Clueless.
Just 10 days before Christmas, they lost everything. They lived there with their daughter Tabitha and her boyfriend and had nearly finished building the home exactly how they wanted it.
And I don't care how long it takes, we're going to rebuild. We're going to, paycheck to paycheck, lumber load to lumber load. We'll get it eventually. I don't give up easy. I think I got one more in me.
Their community isn't giving up on them either.
From the photos, it looked like a whole neighborhood was on fire. Somebody said they heard an explosion.
That's Jenny Johannes. She works at On the Run in Pacific with Tabitha and decided to start collecting clothing and funds for the family.
We filled my car, their truck, and their daughter's car with all kinds of stuff, and donations are still pouring out. I appreciate everybody. Everybody has been wonderful.
And while they are still in need, they're so thankful to still have each other and a wonderful community this Christmas.
I just wanted to reach out to all the people that are reaching out to me and tell you God bless you all. Merry Christmas. I love you. Pray for us. Just pray. Keep sending the messages of prayer. We need it.
Right now, the Metcalfs are staying in a nearby hotel and are still in need. If you'd like to help, we'll have links to a GoFundMe and information on other donations on KSDK.com.
Tonight, 2 people are dead after a hit and run in Cahokia Heights. Police say a silver BMW hit a man and a woman last night while they were crossing Route 15 near Pocket Road. They also say the driver got out of the car and then walked away from the scene. Investigators tried using the license plate to track the driver. However, the car is still registered to the previous owner, and that owner is now assisting with the investigation.
Tonight, the man charged in connection with killing 16-year-old Colin Brown remains in jail hours after pleading not guilty in court. Garrett Jordan also waived an initial bond hearing. He faces multiple charges, including first-degree murder. Police say Jordan was following a car on the Interstate 55 when multiple shooters fired at the car on the highway. Brown and his father were driving nearby when a stray bullet hit their car and later killed Brown. St. Louis Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore recently praised law enforcement for their progress in the case.
It's really an example of just everyone coming together and staying focused and being able to bring charges in a case that has really hit our community hard.
Jordan will be back in court for a detention hearing next Monday. His preliminary hearing is set for January 10th. Police still say this case remains very active and there could be more arrests. A man accused of kidnapping and killing a Clayton mother was in court today. Ann Juan Mosby pleaded not guilty to last month's kidnapping and murder of Michelle Hampton. Police say Mosby killed her after making her withdraw money from ATMs. Mosby will appear in court again in February. Another man is also facing charges in the case.
Right now, St. Louis police are looking for a suspect who robbed a teenager at gunpoint. This started with an argument on Cass Avenue near North 15th Street in North City last night when police say a 16-year-old's friend got into a fight with a woman. That's when an armed suspect stepped in, attacking the teen and demanding his belongings at gunpoint. After taking the victim's phone and other items, the gunman and woman both ran from the scene. Police are now searching for both suspects.
Just hours ago, the Kirkwood School District named its new superintendent. The district's Board of Education announced Dr. Kenneth Rompos will step into the role. He is currently the superintendent for the Francis Howe School District in O'Fallon, Missouri. The board picked him unanimously. His first day is July 1st. And another school leadership change tonight. St. Louis University tapped a new president for 2025. The school named Dr. Edward Fazer to replace Fred Postello, who's retiring next year. Fazer is currently the provost and executive vice president of Oregon State University. Postello says Fazer's background will help the school reach, quote, new heights of distinction. He also starts July 1st.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Just hours ago, crowds of people serenaded the kids at SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital with Christmas carols. The hospital invited anyone who could come to light up the hospital with flashlights and sing along. It's all part of the hospital's Tree of Hope end-of-year giving campaign. Hospital officials say it's a great way to bring the holiday spirit to patients.
You don't really think about it too much, but many of our patients probably don't get to experience Christmas lights themselves at home this season. And so we're bringing the Christmas joy and the Christmas lights to them.
The carolers were treated to cookies and hot chocolate.
The road to the Winter Games in Milan, skating through America's first Olympic city.
It was a very easy choice.
The golden opportunity coming to St. Louis. Taking a load off by finding the best washer and dryer. Tonight, we're taking some models for a spin so you don't come up dry.
You probably have a laundry list of things to do as we count down to Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. Why this weather pattern should be a good one to check things off that list.
Here's a live look at Enterprise Center, the home of our St. Louis Blues, and next year, the site of the 2026 U.S. Figure Skating Championships. Well, tonight the city is still buzzing about this morning's announcement from the St. Louis Sports Commission.
Yeah, this will be the final qualifying event for the U.S. figure skating team ahead of the 2026 Olympic Games in Italy. The president of the Sports Commission tells us the quality of the Enterprise Center was crucial in the decision. They were also impressed with Centene Community Ice Center in Maryland Heights, which will be used for training. And Mark Schreiber adds, there's no doubt the city itself played a role in the decision.
We have a great reputation as this wonderful sports town that steps up when these one-time major events come here. People want to have their events in St. Louis, and you know, we should feel really good about that.
St. Louis last hosted the event ahead of the 2006 Torino Games.
Christmas now just 9 days away, and a laundry room upgrade may be on your grown-up wish list.
Whether you're in the market for a new washing machine, your dryer is on the fritz, or you want a whole new matching set, tonight Consumer Reports experts have loads of recommendations.
It's a typical day in Consumer Reports Laundry Lab.
We are looking for a machine that cleans very well, but is also gentle on your clothes.
To do that, testers wash loads of laundry mixed with swatches saturated with tough stains.
We have wine, cocoa, blood, carbon black, and sebum, like body oil.
Also in the load, special cloths that help determine how gentle a machine will be on your clothes. After the wash, testers count how many threads are exposed. Here you can see the difference between a higher and lower performing machine.
We're also measuring the amount of water, hot and cold, that the machine uses, and also the energy the machine uses, and then how well it spins your clothes out.
Here you can see the difference between a higher and lower performing machine. That moisture removal is key, says CR. You want a washing machine that extracts as much water as possible so your dryer uses less energy. CR's tests typically find front loaders offer the best combination of cleaning performance, gentleness, and efficiency, like this recommended set from LG, starting at $795. But keep in mind your washer and dryer do not have to match unless you're planning on stacking them. You'll sacrifice some gentleness, but spend less with this LG HE top loader washing machine. It offers excellent cleaning performance and very good energy efficiency for $600. And if you're just looking for a dryer, Consumer Reports recommends this one from LG for $700. To keep your new appliances running for the long haul, keep your detergent usage in check. Use no more than a shot's glass worth. And clean your dryer's lint filter out before or after every load.
If you're switching from a regular washing machine to a front loader or a high-efficiency top loader, be sure to use HE detergent. Regular detergent can create too many suds and eventually gum up your washing machine.
Well, tonight, a man and woman are safe after their car was swept away by floodwaters. Emergency crews made the early morning rescue in Fordland, which is about 30 minutes east of Springfield. Crews couldn't find them at first due to communication issues over the phone, but later heard shouting and spotted them both hanging onto debris in the water.
It's important to get those resources in here from those other departments that are specifically trained in swiftwater rescues. They did a fantastic job. We sent 2 boats out. Lots of spotters down the line, and was able to have a successful mission today.
And we still don't know how they are doing tonight.
Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell rejoins us now with the weather impact forecast. It's going to get a little colder, but really, Scott, for this time of year, not too cold.
No, not at all. In fact, that system last night that did bring the heavy rain to southern portions of Missouri, that area down there east of Springfield since Friday, one of those areas that's had 4 to 5 inches of rain, and they had some heavy rain very early this morning. You'll see it's already in the 30s here north and west of St. Louis. As you go farther east and southeast, temperatures right now are still in the 40s. We look at the statistics for today. Now, I know the low says 55 degrees. That was the morning low temperature in St. Louis. 67 was our high. 71 was the record. That's just 3 years ago. There's another date that it was up to 68, but this is certainly among the warmest days that you'll get for this particular day. So some chilly changes are coming here. We do have some Tuesday night showers. Not going to be a lot of rain for tomorrow night, but we have to wait for the true cold. That's not going to arrive until we get to Friday. So how about that rainfall since Friday? You can see where it really stacked up here, south and southwest of St. Louis. 2 to 4 inches widespread down in the Ozarks. For most of us, 1 to 2 inches, and the majority of that in the metro area came with the rain that we had on Saturday. This is our new low temperature, our current temperature of 42 degrees right now. Southwest wind at 6, dew points 31. We're going to ease the cooling trend here, so you'll steady out in the lower 30s northwest of St. Louis, mid 30s by daybreak around the metro area. And listen, as the winds become light here overnight, the ground's so wet, some of our low spots that normally see a little fog may develop a bit tomorrow morning. Should not be a widespread problem at all. In fact, tomorrow's another nice day. A lot of sunshine for much of the day. We're watching that one system push away. This is the next weather maker for us as we go into tomorrow. It doesn't start really sending the clouds our way until later tomorrow. So at lunchtime, we're back into the low 50s tomorrow. So let's say about 10, 15 degrees cooler than where we were today. As we go through the afternoon and into the evening, the clouds thicken. A few spot showers tomorrow evening, not a whole lot of rain. Don't worry, I know some of you just saw that there was a little snow showing up on our simulated radar. Don't freak out about that. The chances of that happening, very slim. And if it did actually snow, it wouldn't amount to anything because temperature's still above freezing, ground's still warm. And look, there's very little in the way of actual rainfall or melted snow, as it were. Now we get into the end of the week. Thursday into Thursday night, a Clipper system slides by. The snow is focused well to our north with that, but it does open the door for colder air to spill in here. So as we go into Friday, we actually have colder temperatures, and that'll stick with us through the weekend. But look at next week. These are your low temperatures for the week of Christmas. 27 on Monday. After that, we don't go back below freezing. So milder weather is returning after our brief cool down for the end of the week. So maybe there's a shower tomorrow night. Most of us aren't going to see much rain. It's certainly dry during the day. You're up to 55 for the high. In the 40s here, still above average Wednesday and Thursday. By the time we get to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it feels more like winter and December in St. Louis. 3:20 a.m. Saturday morning. That's the winter solstice.
But it's still only in the 30s.
Yeah, it's not like it's bitter cold.
And those who have been thinking about the possibility of a white Christmas, they're going to be out of luck.
Nope, not this year.
It's going to be too warm.
Such a bummer.
Way too warm.
All right, thanks, Scott.
Frank's here with sports.
What a night at the downtown MAC for the Jack Buck Awards. You will hear from Coach Drink, Brady Cook, and Ken Hitchcock. We'll be right back.
This 5 on Your Side Sports Report is sponsored by Telly Tire and Auto Centers, driving your way since 1942.
The night makes you feel good about living in our town. First, it's at the historic and elegant Downtown Missouri Athletic Club. It's Christmas time, and some of the most distinguished sports figures in our town come together for a special evening. The man of the hour was Eli Drinkwitz, who won the Sports Personality of the Year award at the Jack Buck Awards. With a win in the Music City Bowl against Iowa, it would be back-to-back double-digit win seasons. Only Gary Pinkel has ever done that in Columbia. I asked his quarterback, Brady Cook, who was named the top amateur athlete, how he razzes his head coach.
You know, he has 11 quarterback commandments in the quarterback room. Number 11 is don't be a celebrity quarterback. So when I catch him, you know, doing celebrity coach stuff, whether he's doing interviews, media, this, that, flying around, you know, I might give a jab at him like, hey, you're being a celebrity coach, so relax a little bit.
We need a battlefield commander, not a celebrity quarterback. And so, you know, constantly making sure he understands. And that's what he is such a good quarterback of. It's never about him, it's always about the team, and he always puts the team first.
Ken Hitchcock received the Legends Award along with Jeremy Macklin, who you will hear from tomorrow. Coach is one of my all-time favorites, and he's fourth in NHL history in wins. Hitch won a Stanley Cup with Dallas and was enshrined into the Hockey Hall of Fame. He remains a consultant with the Blues, and his fascinating relationship with Brett Hull in Dallas was classic.
I learned really quickly that I better not talk about hockey with Hully, so it was music and golf, because he knew more about the offensive part of the game than I could ever teach, and I learned just, let's talk about something else, because he would put me to shame with the way he understood the game and the nuances of the game. He was incredible, and I just knew first or second time we met, stop talking about the game and start talking about something else that we both like.
Chris Zimmerman won the Jack Buck Award. The Blues president, with help from the Sports Commission, has landed a lot of great events for our town, and he's helped to make the 30-year-old Enterprise Center look like it's brand new. He's an advocate for St. Louis.
I like to say it's in our DNA to try to make a difference in St. Louis.
And it's a special night, and you broke it out the ring. Is your finger like hurt from carrying that big thing?
Yeah, it's weighing me down, but boy, what a great honor, a special night to break this out.
Speaking of breaking out, Jordan Kyrou could be doing that for the Blues right now. He has scored a goal in 4 consecutive games. The impression by some is Kyrou is an underachiever who gets coaches fired. Well, he's also your most gifted player. And if you don't believe me, ask the New York Rangers, who got to see that rare blend of speed and skill on this goal. Kyrou is a 26-year-old who already has 127 career goals, and the locker room knows how special he can be.
I mean, he has the ability to beat a defender. He has ability to strip him and go down and score in a matter of seconds. So, you know, it's a pretty good talent of his, and when he's using it, it's really fun to watch, and really he brings a lot of energy to our team.
I don't see highs and lows in his body language. He's just on to the next shift, and I think he's developing real maturity to his mentally and to his physical game.
The most unsung team in the NFL is the Minnesota Vikings, hosting the Bears tonight. Sam Darnold to Justin Jefferson on the touchdown. Vikings win it 30-12. They are now 12-2 on the season. But back to the Jack Buck Awards. On the fourth floor where we're doing some of the interviews, it's like everywhere you look, oh wait, there's Jim Montgomery, there's Doug Armstrong, you know, there's the coach of City SC, there's Chris May. Everybody, you just knew everybody in a great mood. It's just a cool event.
And what's great is they're from all over, like you're saying, and every one of them has a story.
Yes, you're right.
I love that Hully story from Ken Hitchcock.
He's one of a kind. I think he's like one of my top 5 favorite interviews of all time.
Yeah,
what a
you've
talker.
said that a long time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Frank. Well, a winter wonderland hidden in plain sight. The holiday house that brings a new meaning to decking the halls.
And right now you still have a chance to buy a child in foster care. A Christmas present this year is all a part of our Little Wishes campaign with the Foster and Adopt With Care Coalition. There are still about 370 wishes left to grant, and you have until Friday. For more information, just go to ksdk.com/littlewishes.
A North Dakota family turned their small home into a massive Christmas display for the whole town. Every room in the former schoolhouse is complete with multiple Christmas ornaments, gingerbread houses, and other holiday tchotchkes. The homeowner says it took her 2 to 3 days to complete the festive transformation.
That's a lot. I think 2 to 3 months.
Oh, I would think so too. My goodness, that's a lot of work. We're still having trouble putting up lights. All right, so you've still got the opportunity. The weather's not too bad tomorrow. You're gonna have some sunshine. You're in the 50s, not too windy. The rain is tomorrow night. It's out of here before Wednesday morning, even though it's cloudy early Wednesday. It does clear off in the afternoon. 40s for highs Wednesday and Thursday. Then it's colder, more like December, Friday and Saturday.
There you have it, 5 on your side at 10. We're always streaming on 5+.
And be sure to start your day with Today in St. Louis, starting at 4 a.m. Have a great tomorrow.